Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have an update for my palette for you. So you may have noticed that I was gone for a week until my previous two videos came up. That was because I realized there was no Wi-Fi at the Airbnb that we went to. I filmed everything that I wanted to film. And I was like, okay, you know what? I've got it ready to go. I can just upload it when we get there. And there was no Wi-Fi. I wasn't expecting really good Wi-Fi because we were kind of in an eco cabin somewhere in the west of Ireland. So I was expecting it to take quite long for me to be able to upload them. But I wasn't expecting not to be able to upload them at all. So I had to take kind of a forced break for a week and then upload them when I got back. So that explains why I have been missing for a week, if you noticed. And as always, we're starting off with my oldest palette in this project, like when it comes to this project at least. This is the Too Faced Glamour To Go palette, and there's nothing left in this one from that actual palette. This is the silver shade from the Enchanted Glamourland from Too Faced as well. So let's take a look at where we were at previously. And this is where we are right now. Still working on it. I think I must have worn it somewhere between 10 to 15 times over the last month. Mainly in combination with the green from my LA Colors palette, and that is what I'm wearing today as well. What I've noticed when I'm combining those two though is that, as you can see, it kind of turns into like a tealy blue shade. Which is a little bit different from what I was hoping for. Like, I really want to make sure I keep layering that silver just so I keep working through it, but at the same time that teal shade gets pretty close to the actual blue shade that is also in that other palette. So not ideal, but it works. It's just a little bit more of the same, basically. I've made some progress on it, not the amount of progress that I hoped. I know some people were saying that maybe I would have been able to use this one up by kind of the middle of the year. We're pretty much there now and it's not happening yet, but I'm noticing that for this one, probably I just don't want to push myself too much because I don't want to get completely fed up with it. I just need to use it at a steady pace, and then towards the end of the year, hopefully it will definitely be done. But I'm not gonna like force speed myself through it basically, but progress is being made and that is what counts. Then the second palette is my LA Colors palette right here, so let's take a look at what that one looked like last time. My main goal for that one was to try and make some progress on the green shade, mainly because I hadn't really been touching that one very much just yet. And this is where we are at right now. So there is a tiny dip in that green, but I haven't made as much progress as I wanted to while we were off for that week going out somewhere. Like, there was no Wi-Fi, there was no anything, and so I was like, okay, let's go back to basics completely. And I didn't actually do my makeup all of that week either. But let's go through the shades that are in here. So the white shade, like, there's really a dip starting to form kind of in what is left of that shade still, which is really nice to see. I'm using that as my inner corner shade most of the time, so I'm making slow but steady progress on it that way. The yellow, as you can see, I have made some nice progress on once again, and this is my current crease shade, so like kind of my transition shade, I guess. So I'm using this in pretty much every look that I'm doing, so also for that one, making steady progress, which is nice. I'm thinking it will probably take me 2 more months to get there. I was hoping to get there by next month, but I think because I skipped that week, it slowed me down a little bit, of course. So let's say 2 more months and then this one will hopefully be done. The green shade, as I said, was my focus shade this month. And I think I've also used that about 10 to 15 times kind of in combination with that silver. Not as much as I hoped I would. I think it's closer to the 10 times, if anything. But at least there's a dip in there now, which wasn't there before, so you can see it's been used. That is all that I can really say about that right now. I already kind of made my comments about the actual combination with that silver as well. Then the blue shade I don't think I have used at all over the last month. So you wouldn't be seeing a whole lot of progress on that as well, of course. Just showing you a quick close-up shot just so you can kind of be reminded of where I'm at with that one. The purple shade I know I've at least used once, and this is going to be something that I'm going to be using probably at least once a week, because I am going back to the gym finally. I'm very excited about that. The gyms are open again here in Ireland, and on Wednesday mornings I'm going in the morning, otherwise I'm going in the evening after work. So I'm bringing like some makeup with me to go there, and at the moment I am actually going with this on my lid, and then I have this palette with me as well to make sure I can put something in my crease and just have like a really simple quick look that I can do when I'm done at the gym to make sure I make it to work in time. So that is how I'm gonna be using that one over the next month for sure. But yeah, that is it for this palette. At least one shade in there is getting close to being finished. The rest of them, I've still got some work to do, but we still got 6 months left, so I still have hope that that will work out. Then lastly we have this Bourjois Smoky Eyes trio in Nude Engineering, and this is where we were at last time. And I wanted to like mainly focus on the lighter shade in there, try and see if I could hit pan. This is where we are right now, so as you can see there is no pan on that lighter shade just yet, but I've been using it a fair bit, like almost on a daily basis. That is my brow bone shade, but again I skipped that week. I don't know if I would have made it if I would not have skipped that week, but it definitely didn't help. So it is definitely getting flatter, which is really nice to see, but the pan is still a little bit away. And again, I still don't really know how deep the pan actually goes, so yeah, we'll see where we end up. Then the middle shade, I don't think I have really used actually over the last month either, but I'm almost through all my 365 days of eyeshadows. So hopefully I will be able to kind of start incorporate that into things a little bit more easily. And then the dark brown shade, I think I must have used about 5 to 10 times. Nothing major, but it is definitely getting a fair bit flatter as well. So that is nice to see, and slow but steady progress on that one as well. So I think most of the shades in here at least I've touched, some of them more than others. But it's good to see that at least there are some focus shades that are really starting to show some progress, so that's always nice. So those are the 3 palettes that I have been working on. Let's decide on some goals as well. I don't think I will put any specific goals for the silver shade in here. I'm just gonna be using that on a semi-regular basis and see where we end up with that one. For this palette, kind of thinking I probably want to keep my focus on that green shade because I just want to see pan on that one. I want to finish up at least half of the yellow shade, and I just want to see how much more progress I can make on the white as well. I'm not expecting to hit pan in kind of that piece that is left yet, but maybe in 2 months time I can do that. So yeah, I'm using it anyway, and then I'm probably going to be expanding the pan on the purple a little bit as well, because I'm going to be using that at least once a week. So that is it for that one. And then lastly, I kind of already said it, I think, for the Smoky Eyes trio, I want to try and see if I can actually hit pan on the lightest shade this time. Apart from that, the other 2 shades I just will be using here and there, but probably a little bit more once the shades for my 365 days of eyeshadow are actually all used. And that is it. If you want to see kind of the progress of how I've been doing, make sure you stay here until the actual end of this video, because I have a little compilation of all the pictures there. And apart from that, that is it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye!